Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Pass to Antetokounmpo. We've got a good matchup in the guard position tonight, Clark. Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral.
Brunson with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Towns outside. The kick out to Brunson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
That's a reminder that Brunson is an effective threat off the ball as well.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Even in the later stages of his career, Rose still possesses considerable speed, a real threat to penetrate and score.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Puts it up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, VA. I mean, those are 2 very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate. You know, it's not often that we see Prince hit the offensive glass, but that time he read the ball well.
Here's Rose. Can't hit that one. Antetokounmpo inside. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And the Bucks with the possession here after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Antetokounmpo. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Out to the right wing. Outside Hart. Anunoby for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
It's obvious Anunoby has put a ton of work into his game. Now that catch and shoot Jay is a real weapon.
Antetokounmpo outside. Turner for 3. Hart pulls it in. The Knicks with the lead. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. B.A.?
Thanks for that, Allie. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
New York, again, can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Portis with the dunk.
The slam from Portis, impressive. Using that size around the rack.
Kicks it out Towns. From downtown. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Bucks trail. "40 seconds left to play in the first. And it's Green missing. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
Checking in for the Knicks, Miles McBride. Pull it.
Milwaukee on D. To the paint. Back to Towns. Double team on Towns. Outside McBride. New York working the ball around now. Such a wide open look. Brunson's got 6.
Brunson, a career 40% three-point shooter. Man, that shot is reliable.
Pass to Green. Over Brunson. Hart pulls it in.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
The shot comes out.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Now here's Robinson. Clock at 6. And a big finish by Robinson.
Robinson loves to hammer it down whenever he gets the chance, and with force.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Back to Alvarado. Pass to Sohan. Now here's Robinson. Defended by Portis. Up top, Alvarado. Wide open look. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Nifty move, kicking that ball outside as the defense tries to collapse.
On the wing, Kuzma. Back to Antetokounmpo. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's turned out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll have some free throws coming up here. You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title from.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime, and he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats.
Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball. And here's Milwaukee now, trailing by 5. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
He's a nightly triple-double threat, and I think Giannis is the most unguardable player in the game.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you guys.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's McBride.
On the defensive end, Turner really knows how to make his presence felt.
Here's the teardrop, and it's Brunson missing.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee, but trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Pass to Diawara. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner. New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, they have the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
Here's Rose. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Rose has got his second basket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside. The shot by Towns, no good. The Bucks trail by 8. Here's Kuzma. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Pass to Kolek. And so it's New York, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. Hard up top. Pass to Diawara. Takes a 3. Giannis with the rebound. And here's Milwaukee now. 8-point game. Prince can't hit. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's Turner from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Now they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Against contact, Giannis stays strong. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
And so, timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Down by 12. Pass to Rollins. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And here are the Knicks now. Rose outside. Outside Hart. Now Anunoby. Here's Towns. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. 9 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 15. And it's good for 2.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Wherever OG Anunoby goes, his teams win a lot of games, Clark.
Yeah, you think about his second season. I mean, BA, part of the 2019 Raptors title squad was Anunoby. I mean, his defense is superb, and it affects winning in a big-time way.
Now here's Rose. 6 points for him. Chalk up 2 there. Rose has got 8.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the finish. Knicks leading by 12. Rose outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And that's just strong, tough action from Rose there. Staying in control and getting the job done with authority.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Guys, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And he gets the bucket. And that's 11 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
That polished jump shot of Brunson's is really a key part of why he's so effective as an offensive player.
Mbah a Moute tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Rose. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Turner using every inch of his length to protect the rim. Denied.
Rollins, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Rose. And Hart throws it down.
For his size and position, I don't know if there's a better rebounder on the offensive boards than Josh Hart. Relentless and has a great nose for the ball.
Pass to Turner. Down low. And it's stolen by Rose. And so it's New York, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone.
The Knicks, 48.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The Bucks trail by 19. Antetokounmpo, left side. Portis for 3. And New York has possession. Here's Kolek. Off target from outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got 21.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Outside, Green. Antetokounmpo, outside. Shot clock at 6. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Pass to Kolek. Here's Diawara. Giannis with the rebound. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Porter's shot is off. Knicks leading by 15. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul of the game.
Hey, that's just their first turnover. Overall, they've done a great job taking care of the ball.
And that's one more key to their lead, guys. I mean, they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
New York making a switch here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Antetokounmpo! The putback! Just in time with the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Just thunderous. Sohan making them feel it.
Robinson rips down the board.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Oh, the body control of Giannis.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Here's Kolek. Antetokounmpo with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now Robinson. Alvarado outside. And Turner with the block.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner, hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a three. Ooh, it doesn't go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards zero. Nice victory here for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Derrick Rose.
He was superb as a facilitator, really orchestrated things offensively, created a lot of opportunities for ready shooters.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy.
The wildest applause when we hop on these stages. Go on, get your Teflon on, but once we let off this track list, go on, blow your chest off. When the last time that you heard a sound this hard? Compliments and knowledge in them. And we can go toe-to-toe. Anyone you know, young or old, they get drove in the I just did the Super Bowl halftime show with the GOATs. What I wanna do with verses, that's like a